I want you to touch on something you said. I forgot exactly what it was, but it made me think about something going on currently with
Hmm.
the Bahamas.
Yeah.
Um, what's going on with the Bahamas and the Bermuda Triangle and that whole area? We hear so much about the Bermuda Triangle in the Bahamas. So Leah's plane crash and planes missing and ships missing and this and that. What's up with that whole area spiritually, Seven?
Right. There's a lot of stuff under the water. A lot of the beings that are referred to, and especially mythically on the surface, actually live in the ocean. And if you really think about it, and this is just how knowledge works. We think that somebody would publish on the news or in some open media or YouTube or something when they find out some kind of knowledge that we all didn't know. But that's what we're doing right now. And you see your views. There are 9 billion people in the world. That is such a small fraction. Even if everyone told everyone, it would still stay in a specific bubble. So I
Mm.
bring that up because that ocean, you can't go to somebody and say, so did you discover already that there was nobody in there? This is the most undiscovered place, and that's for a reason. There's a lot of treaties and things about whether you're able to access what's truly in there, and whether you're able to actually get into those spaces that are in themselves. Like if you can imagine that, okay, when there's a child born, the child comes from the inside out, not the
Hmm.
outside in, right?
Hmm.
So as you get deeper into the ocean, where do you think that you're actually getting to? Where would you be getting to? You would be getting to the opening.
Yeah,
Okay.
inside out.
So it wouldn't be out there, because that's like going outside of yourself. That's why it's good to have these metaphysical,
Yeah.
metaphors, because the further you get outside of yourself, the more you divide, and then you get lost. There's a lot
Hmm.
of people lost right now.
Hmm.
But the more you get into yourself, you start finding yourself. This is common, right? So we know then that the direction we should be going is like this, because that's the torus field. It could either be moving like this, or it could be moving like this. Now, there's uses for this, but if it's always going like this, then everything's always going out. So you're going outside to try to find what, when the field does this, you figure out within. So
Hmm.
now, since that exists on all levels, inside of the ocean are the gates. They are the wombs. They're the portals. The sky is only a mirror of what is going on in the ocean. It's like a refraction trick. This is why the ancestors always referred to the ocean as being the stars. And then those forms that you're seeing, those lights that you're seeing, the ones that are real, not the artificial ones, but the ones that you're seeing, the lights, are actually those that are in the deep. Okay? Because when you're large, and this is why you find an undercurrent of the Chthon, which is a awareness that there are squids even with large brains. Like humans is like it's crazy. This idea that we're here by ourselves and the most intelligent is just, it's gone too far. But it's all part of the game, because it's a lack of being aware that there is other intelligence out there, and those other intelligence are actually moving through what we would call space. And there is a current. This is why your nautical current, like when you're sailing a ship, matches directly onto the stars. You know how to sail with a sextant because you actually can map what's going on with the currents in the oceans with the stars. So
Hmm.
this lets you know that what our ancestors, which are known as those from the boat, what our ancestors had us tapped into was, or what was the knowledge, was how to navigate into this space by basically sailing, by following the current of what comes through. That's why they say like a 360-degree pantheon, that on the celestial boat, we're going to visit everybody. So it doesn't, if you're trying to get there early, none of that even makes any sense. You get on the boat, we'll go 360 degrees around the sphere. And in that 360 degrees, we'll experience every single aspect of life. We'll visit everybody. And we'll do this with current, which is
Hmm.
not motive, which is like motivation. You'll do this with, there are master sailors that know how to ride across the entire world
Hmm.
with no motor,
Hmm.
because they're using the current. So this is a metaphor of also how you're supposed to be in life. You're supposed to be able to tap into this cosmic force that keeps you going on. it's like a caravan. That's the easiest way I can explain it. But you experience this in your regular, what you would say is your regular life, but it becomes a caravan of like, okay, I know that's Mars. All right, we definitely in Venus time. Yo, what's up, Mercury? Because these are also archetypical metaphors for specific energies that we roll through as we're going through this cosmos. And so, you know, this is something that of how we have to look at what's going on. There's sometimes it's like, look over there. And really what we're looking for is kind of like common sense also to get the answer of what's there. But why are we not invited into the deep? Because you got to go in here. You use a whole different vessel. This is what the Bishop Kanko and the witch doctor, where the guy confessed about what was going on with the Saturnalian brotherhoods in Africa and how the natures of the body and the spirit work together, which is what you gander from just what's being written there. You got to put the rest together. But it basically says that when we travel to go into the ocean, we don't use our physical bodies, obviously. However, if we were to leave completely from our body cannot keep hot, because that's what the spirit is for. It keeps it hot. So what we would say is an angel, which is a placeholder, would come into the body, keep the body warm, and then you would go out of the body and then be escorted into the ocean, where you would take counsel with the beings that have been there forever. What you can say is forever. They've been in there and regulating things, even the stuff that you actually see on the surface.